My lords, ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome back to Railway Empire 2 and our continuation of the Railway Mania chapter for this game. Starting off looking at the task list today as per usual, so we can familiarise ourselves with our progress so far and make some sort of determination as to the next steps in today's episode. So much like the previous episode, we are very much in the end game here right now. Only got a few more tasks to tick off before we can close this chapter down, and we're just waiting on a couple of optional tasks as well, one of which we are almost there or thereabouts. That's the 3 cities with 100,000 or more citizens on the network. The 2 cities we currently have are London and York, and between Birmingham, Manchester and Liverpool, at least one of those should be able to hit that 100,000 threshold as well. The optional task that is posing me some food for thought is the increase in the company value to 30 million. We're only at 17 at the moment, so just beyond halfway. And money is a little bit tighter in this one than it was in in the first chapter, so we might not be able to achieve that one. The remaining 2 primary tasks, buying the small private route between Chester and Holyhead and having 13 cities connected to the rail network, they should be fairly straightforward. Of course, in order to do that, we will need to buy ourselves a concession in Wales. That's jumped up to 660,000, something we're in no position to afford right now. For our research, we're just going to finalise off the tree now. Doesn't really matter too much. That one would be nice. These others, yeah, that one would be nice. Reduce track construction costs, but the remaining research, it's not something that's going to make or break our playthrough, so we're just going to pick up whatever we can as it comes. One thing I would like to do, if we can afford it, is expand Douglas logging. We can see its utilisation is at 100% at the moment, and we're only a couple of thousand away from that. And if we can get more money out of this industry, then it's going to give us a higher company value. So that's the next task, that's the next goal, if you will, to purchase this industry here and potentially upgrade this one right here as well. This is only level 1 still, and as we can see, it is running at 100% utilisation as well. Maybe we can expand. No, we can't expand that first, it's more expensive than expanding this one, so we'll wait for this one first of all. 376. Once we've expanded this and potentially the meat industry that we have in Birmingham, the next thing we're going to need to do is just to save a bit of money to unlock access into the country of Wales. Then we can pick up this private line here, and what we can do is we can lay a line into Holyhead, and we can also lay a line down into Swansea, and that will be 12 of the 13 cities connected to the network, with the remaining one being Cambridge over here. Both of these cities have the potential to make us a bit of money if we wanted to. We could supply the grain into Holyhead, we could supply logs into Holyhead for that little bit of growth, and we could have a line between Holyhead and Swansea because they have that beer and meat synergy, so they will mutually benefit one another. And Swansea, we can get logs into Swansea and the meat into Swansea as well. So we have potential to make money off those lines. The Cambridge one, as soon as we lay that in, it will be game over for this scenario, even if we haven't finished our remaining optional tasks. As I said, the 3 cities to 100,000 we should be able to do that. Birmingham's currently at 95. So is there anything we can bring into Birmingham to maybe just push them over the line? The main thing that stands out as being missing is the corn. Now corn we have down here, And I think we mentioned last time out, if we were going to bring it in from Higgins, we would have to come over the Thames and down here into Birmingham. We also have corn down here out by Plymouth. And what we could do, well, we'd have to double track this line here first of all, because it's only single tracks, it's only supplying Plymouth. Ah, the grain farm near Holyhead. 120,000. I'm going to say no to that. Yeah, we'd have to double track this because we've only got a single service running down here, one train. But we could have it come through Plymouth, all the way up here, through Bristol. And then as we get to this point here, we have a junction that branches in and connects into this line that provides the cattle from Murray. And that will get us some corn into Birmingham. And with any luck, that might be enough just to push us over that last hurdle, if you will. Right, so if we want to double track this then, we'll do it first of all. So we will have to connect into another platform. So we'll do that. We'll need station gridiron down here. And I'll put some there as well. We'll put our signals in. There we go. Supply towers we should have plenty. What we'll also do is just bring you off on a separate platform. Like that. And put some gridiron. Okay, we can't put gridiron. Is that because... No, I don't know why it isn't. Anyway, what we'll also have to do is just cross it over like that. So we can get onto that platform. And then we can set up a new line. Manning terminal, platform 2. A minimum of 4. We don't want to be using an express train. Let's use a Rhine. Let's go for 2. Freight only. And after Manning terminal, we want you to head into Birmingham. So at the minute you're coming all the way around there. So we'll start that on its way, because we should have time to come down here and have this connect in like that. In fact, do we want it to go through like that? Or, better idea, because I'm just worried about potentially our train on the platform loading up with cattle getting in the way. I think we'd be better coming this way and bypassing that station like this. So if we double track that, build that, make sure we put the signals on the lines. There we go, and we'll go ahead and give them a supply tower as well. So now then, our new train, he should have rerouted himself. Let's go and have a look. Yes, he has. So you're now coming to Birmingham with corn, which is going to help Birmingham grow ever so slightly faster. It's 55%, 56% demand fulfillment. Manchester, meanwhile, has got pretty decent demand fulfillment at 65, and we're at 90,000 people there. So it could be Manchester, that is our third city that ticks over the magical 100,000 mark to complete that objective, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, let's have a look at this. This is still running at full utilization, and to go to level 4 will cost us 500,000. However, I prefer to get this meat industry expanded first of all, because this is only at level 1, and if we can get a bit more out of that, then we're going to be in a decent place. Let's just have a look and see Yeah, we can cycle our bonds to get some money freed up. Well, a couple of 100,000, but it's better than nothing. And that should be enough to fund this expansion to level 2. That'll double our output. It'll also double the amount of raw materials that the industry needs. That should be able to keep up. So our first load of corn is just about to come into Birmingham now. And we'll see if the addition of the corn is enough to tip us back into a position of expansion and growth. I doubt it will be, but we shall see. So fulfillment demand is still at 55. Oh, it is rising. Maybe there's just a little bit of inertia with this. Yeah, it's jumped up from 40 to 50. So if that continues, yep, there we go. Clearly she's got that little bit of inertia. That takes a little while for it to filter through, and there we go. We're now in a growth and expansion situation in Birmingham, which is good to see, and in Manchester as well, which is of course also good to see. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is save our money and gain access into Wales, and then purchase the small private line in Holyhead. So it's looking likely that that one delivery of corn, although we do have a second, no, that's the cattle train, forgive me. That's the Carlisle train. Yes, the drop off of corn, the inertia is going to be enough to carry it over the finish line. We currently just need 1,149 people, and our fulfillment of demand is still at 62%. In fact, it's just gone up a slight amount there to 62.1. So I do think this task is going to be completed in the very, very near future. You can also see Manchester is still in expansion as well, and that fulfillment of demand in Manchester is up to 66%, just below 67%. Wasn't enough. Look at that, we fell just agonisingly short. Of course, the deliveries will come again. Grain, oh, why did we never, I wonder, do this like that and like that? Signals, of course. And I'm sure you can guess what's going to be coming next. Why did we never get a line from Wensley Terminal to Birmingham? They're right there. And what platform? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter much. Let's have you come from Wensley Terminal into Birmingham. We'll not change the load orders. They can take as many as they can take, and we'll only have one train. See how much he picks up for Birmingham. Look, we've already picked up some fruit and veg, so clearly there's demand for that in Birmingham. It looks like Manchester. Oh no, it's just dropping off. It's down to 61 from 66. I wonder if that. No, it's not going to be enough to push it over the line. As you can see, the expansion has stopped. Do you just bring... we already do have a line there. What way are you going in then? Because you can't have been going that way. What's your line orders? So which way were you going initially? Because this line here is a new addition. Were you coming down this way? You must have been. Oh well, we now have two heading into Birmingham. Well, clearly they need the fruit and veg as well, so if it's needed, it's needed. No, that's the London Euston train. We should now have access to Wales, which we can afford, so there we go. So that's that done. Let's see how much to purchase this private line. 400,000, it's not too bad. Once we've done that, we will sell, or will we? Will we keep the infrastructure, or will we sell the infrastructure? We could make use of the infrastructure, running logs into Holyhead. We could also get some grain into Holyhead as well, as we said at the start of the episode. Just see if we can get a little bit of growth flowing in Holyhead. Oh, Manchester is back in expansion. And we're very soon to be sub 1,000 people required. There we go. What about you, Birmingham? Ah, there we go. Both. Oh no, I was looked at the wrong thing. Your demand fulfillment is very low. Very low indeed. I guess it's all these. Well, no, I suppose they don't need much. But they do add up. Well, it looks like Manchester will be the city to drag us kicking and screaming over the line, and there we go. Task completed. That's that one done. I might just forget this one and just get this wrapped up, because this could have been played a lot better, clearly, because we never really made hands over fist amounts of money. So I think, yeah, at this point, like I said, I'm not going for a perfect score anyway in this playthrough. It's just to see what the game's all about and see what the challenges are, and perhaps revisit them all, or those that we don't get a decent score on. We can revisit them at some point in the future. So what I'm doing now then is just dropping down the final lines that we need. So into all of the cities, of course. And I'm not being strategic about this because, as I just said there a few moments ago, it's very much a case of just ticking it off. It's a, as they like to say, a tick box exercise, not something we're doing to actually utilise or make any sort of money off. We're just doing it to complete the scenario now. And I think this is one that we'd have to revisit later down the line and see if we can play through it a little bit better. So the last city we need to connect to is Holyhead, and we also need to buy that rail route as well. So what we'll do is we'll purchase the route, we'll retain the route, and then this station here, from this platform here, we'll take a line that comes off and just connects in somewhere, and that will be scenario completed. I think we would still get a CEO score. However, it's not going to be a very good one. Right, so we now have over 400,000, so we can pick up the private line. Oh, we did have 400,000, which was had to pay something out. So just wait a second, and we should tip back over. There we go. So that's that task. Yeah, we're still, if we were a lot closer, we'd hang on and see about pushing that over line. But we are some distance away from where we need to be for that one. So we are just going to close this scenario off, because as soon as we click build on that, it should be scenario completed. Like I said, I think we will get a CEO score, but I don't think it's going to be a very, very good one. And this is definitely one that we're going to have to come back to in the future and rethink the strategy, because as I said a few moments ago, we never made a great deal amount of money in this one. We were always struggling. Let's see, build. Oh, we have a new task now. Where's our new task? Do we have a new task? It said new task received. I thought maybe I misread it. No, it definitely looks like we are finished. Captain Mark Hewish clearly saying his goodbyes. Personality is no longer in line with our company values, all the rest of it. Yeah, there we go. So it's scenario completed, which is good. Like I said, I think we will get CEO score, but it won't be a very pleasing one. And it's definitely something we're going to have to come back to. So let's have a look. Chapter completed. Yeah, we managed to get CEO. 689,000 was our total score. The one optional task we failed to hit. was very, very far away from being able to hit that anyway, so I think we did the right thing, because it would have been quite boring just finding little ways to squeak out an extra million here and an extra million there, and even then just a couple extra million wouldn't be nearly enough. We were quite a way off where we needed to be. Let's have a look at the ranking. Where are me? Where are me? Yes, that's good English. Where are we? Let's have a look. Find me. It's gonna be, yeah, down in the thousands. I mean, 698313. When you compare that to, you know, we were in 100,000 on the top page. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Sorry, yeah, I forgot what score we had there. So we were within 100,000, but that still pushed us down to a page in the thousands. I mean, compare that to chapter 1. I can't remember what page number we were on the ranking chart, but it was a lot higher than that. But never mind, scenario completed, and now we can move on to the next one in the next episode. So apologies that this episode has been a bit shorter than the usual ones. I tried to aim for 30 minutes, but we are where we are. And yep, we'll start the next chapter in the next episode. Don't know what it's going to be. I've genuinely haven't looked through in advance to see where we're headed or what we're going to be doing, so it's going to be, we are going in blind, which in some ways is quite fun. So yes, at this point, as always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. So thank you very much, you guys. And for now, all that remains for me to say is, as always, take very good care of yourselves. It's ta-ta for now.